Welcome to this look at the Rift Update 5.0 on Snowrunner on PlayStation 4. What does it actually mean for us on console, and more specifically I suppose PlayStation 4 from my perspective? Come along with me, MrSealyp. I have put the patch notes on here. These are available on the Focus Home Interactive website on their forums page. I accessed that via Twitter. And the link was there to take you through to the forum. What I would suggest, I'm not going to read through them all because there's a lot on here. So what I would suggest, if you want to read through them and you're not sure where to get them from, you can just pause it on each of those pages, or each of these pages, and just read through the patch notes. I'll talk about a couple of them that are more relevant for console, but there are a few on there, and there's quite a lot of stuff that has been adjusted. Maybe not everything everyone wanted, but there are going to be more patches coming, and the dev guys are working on more stuff as they go along. Okay then, so with all that being said, well, I say said, maybe you've read it all, maybe you haven't, we're going to have a look and see what does it actually mean for us on console, me specifically on PlayStation. What does all this mean on the update? So, first thing to notice, I think you might have already noticed, is here where it says load game. That's new. If we look on here, we do have some save game slots. The one I've got at the moment, I'm saved at 48% on Zimnogorsk, which is where I want to be. But it does give the option to have different save games, which is going to be rather handy. You can delete them, although why you would want to delete them I don't know, but be very careful you press the right button to come out of here and don't delete. But I'm going to go back to continue. You can start, so if you're wondering where it says load game, you start a new game and it will open up a different slot. So you've got new game, load game. So anyway, so continuing, we are going to go on to Zimnogorsk, but we're going to move from Zimnogorsk because obviously this is the Rift update. This has given us the new Rift map. It was showing on the global map screen before, but wasn't available. When I first looked on the map, I panicked and thought, I can't find it, I don't know what's going on. It'll make more sense. Now, a couple of things, depends how far through you read. There's a few different updates. One that I did want to check on. It does say fixed Hummer tyres using the wrong friction template. And this was something that was a bit odd. That's why I've picked the Hummer to do this particular task. If I go to customise and we go down to tyres on the Hummer, what was unusual was, if you went through all the different options on tyres, the 36-inch Hummer H2 tyres, I think said excellent, excellent, excellent across, but they were the best tyres you could possibly have. Didn't matter what you did, they were still the better tyres. Well, that's been changed. Well, as far as I can tell, that's been changed, because that now says excellent, excellent, good. If I go down to the ones I picked on mud tyres, 39s, that now says poor on road, excellent, excellent. So these should work better than the standard Hummer H2 tyres. It's one of those things that obviously was just a bit peculiar. Now it does also say, if we go down to, I think, truck storage, where are we? It says it's given it, there's a new bit of information. Oh, I can't find it on the list now. Anyway, it'll come back to me. It does say there are some different options, which we'll have a look at as well in a second. But what I'm going to do is use the Hummer. We're going to leave the garage. He says, there we go. Now, as far as PlayStation goes, or consoles, it does say on here, fixed headlights for PS4, added high-res textures for PS4 Pro and Xbox One X, added working rear-view mirrors on consoles. Now that's the thing that a lot of people were kind of waiting for. So I go inside, mirrors, as you can see there, over there and over there. Mirrors now do reflect what is actually behind you, and a bit like on when I was playing Construction Simulator 3, if we lean sideways we can actually look behind out of the window. But anyway, yeah, so working mirrors now, that's a nice feature. That's going to be quite handy to have. Depends how much you play actually in cab or not. But what I will say is this, coming back out again, headlights. It does say fixed headlights for PS4. So, headlights on. Nope. Now this said this on the first update, the headlight beams weren't particularly strong, and when you put fog lights and stuff on, it didn't seem to have done very much on that. I need to put my four-wheel drive on. This was supposed to have fixed headlights, but I still don't have any headlight lights coming up on my fog lights or headlights. So I don't know what it actually means by fixed headlights, but if what they were intending was the lights to actually be showing up, not just the beam of the lights, but the actual lights on the front, it's not working for me. Specifically. So what I'm going to do is head from Zimnogorsk, not that way, I'm actually going to go out the exit, that would be great, and we're going to head out to Rift, or at least we're going to try to. Now, there is actually a mission that you need to do now. It's a little bit twitchy, I haven't used this in ages. I've kind of got into the habit of when I'm doing scouting jobs now and unlocking maps, I'm just hammering everywhere in the Tatterin, which is awesome, but I did say I would try and use something different, so it's not actually far to get to the bit here. I might have to put it in low range in a minute. Diff lock on. Oh, we're managing alright actually. It also says further up that there has been a change to, where are we? It's to do with the symbols for gateways being open and closed or not. Yeah, I thought it had it anyway, but the icon on the the actual map, if we go actually zoom out, the various different ones here that are open, like the gateway there has a little lock symbol in the middle of it if it's locked. Now I thought it had that already, but maybe it didn't. It's one of those things that whenever you get an update, you then go back in and think, did it have that before? Did it not have it before? Is it new? Is it not new? Things that say it is, you're never too sure. So again, in my head, I'm now thinking, I honestly can't remember. So what we'll do is come out of here, but the other thing I want to show you was the options. That was something else I was going to talk about too. So I go to this now, and we go to our settings. We do have under game, we've got metric system here. So that is one of the kind of upgrades, I guess it is an upgrade. Added alternative to metric system, so you can have metric system meters or litres, and you can have gallons or miles, so you can switch to either of those if you want to go for that. Audio, I'm not sure if there's been any changes. HUD I think is the same. Controls, we've got invert y-axis. Strangely enough though, it does say added rebind for additional features. Now this could be PC, but it does say camera, map, profile, truck controls. But this still just shows stick sensitivity on its own. It doesn't actually, if you change that, that speeds up everything. The steering does turn faster, but so does the camera movement, and it gets a little bit leery to say the least. So I haven't found another one for that. Steering wheel settings are a whole load here. Now I did actually go into wheel settings here and then think, well, maybe I could change up the sensitivity on this, but it didn't make any difference at all to the actual, that's for a wheel. But like it did say earlier on in the patch notes, this is just the beginning. We're now looking to phase 1 of content updates with more maps, vehicles, missions and more. The first wheels will also be implemented on PS4 and Xbox One in the coming week or two. So we will get better wheel support, if not complete wheel support, will be coming. So a few options there have changed. So let's travel to Quarry. The reason I'm travelling to Quarry, and it may be obvious already to some people, it depends how far through you are and how much you've played it, and you know, but you may be fairly new and not too sure, and you know, setting, not a setting, but okay. Thank you for that. Right, stop there. Engine off. If we go back into, no, not that one, this one here, and go to global map, when you look on the map screens for the different areas, the lines between them show you the different routes through to get to each one. So what map leads to what map. So for example, that one, Northport, will lead to Mountain River, will lead to White Valley. If you go to Mountain River, you can go from Mountain River to Pedro Bay and White Valley, so it just shows you where you can go. So on here, it shows that you have to be on Quarry to get to Rift, because it either goes from Quarry to Zimnogorsk, Quarry to Drownlands, or Quarry to Rift, or depending which way you go from it. So when I looked on the map initially, like I am now, we'll zoom back out again, you look and think, okay, well, you've got Gateway to Drownlands there, Gateway to Drownlands there, Gateway to Drownlands right down the bottom here. On the left hand side we've got Gateway to Zimnogorsk and Zimnogorsk. It's still not showing as a gateway to Rift anywhere. So this is where the next thing comes in. If we scroll across, under, oh hang on, which one was it under? I think it's under Verono 12 now. This has popped up. Pathfinder. If I click on that, that pops up the top there. If you can see that. Gateway to Rift. So it does say the road we're using to reach this area now isn't well suited for trucks, but while there is another road heading off to the village to the north, we need to check if it's more accessible than our current path. Reach the northern road. I'm going to activate that. So what should happen now is we'll head out to there and we should be able to go through to Rift. So if you're wondering why it's not showing up on your map when you first come on, you need to go onto the Pathfinder job. As soon as you click on Pathfinder, that pops up on your screen. Now, like I say, you might already know that. If you do, fantastic. If you don't, then you don't. Now, I'm not going to go around the entire map of Rift. This is just literally kind of an updates video, what's happened on the update, patch notes, that kind of stuff. And like I said earlier, if you want to read through the patch notes, just pause it on each particular screen and have a look. It would take me too long to read through them all, and it gets a little bit... It can get a little bit boring, I reckon, if you just sit there having to listen to me waffling. Which a lot of you do a lot of the time anyway, but I do thank you for that. I think even though I have got used to driving the Tatterin around everywhere, the Hummer is still an incredibly capable vehicle. A lot of the scout vehicles are, you know, they're absolutely brilliant fun for bombing around in. I know a lot of people have been waiting for the steering wheel support because they want that more kind of immersive feel to it all. I'm going to be quite pleased, I reckon, if that does actually come in the next week or so. Got to find a way through here. I'll have to go up that steep route. That's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? Because... Actually, no, go this way. I was just saying, how are we going to get big lorries up that steep access point? But you don't need to, because we can go this way. At least I think we can. So we're just at the very north of the actual quarry itself, and at the north of the quarry map. I passed it already. Ah. Well, I'm not sure, you know. This is going to be an interesting one to get to, isn't it? Come on, hum up. Keep going. Do not tip over. What do I hit? Oh, okay. Oh, it was actually right back there. Oh, there was a path there. So... let's just reach the northern road. Have I not done that? Oh, is there another upgrade? I'm sure I saw an upgrade thing pop up there, but I'll have to go for that later on. So... let's travel to Rift. Let's check it out. Well... as I've said, on every single new map I've been on, how everything is so different. So let's just have a quick look then. Whoa, big map. And that's where we're heading to. So this will be opening up an entirely new map. Blimey, okay. Well, as far as that goes, that's the video for the update. That's how to get to Rift. That's where it is. Obviously then it all needs unlocking, which will come next. This was just designed to be a short video. I thought you just had to come up to the top, but anyway, that's everything really. I might have missed something potentially for PS4 specifically, but for console generally. But hopefully that's everything. If you are watching this and you're a PC player, like I say, all the stuff is all in there for PC, and there's Will's PC modding, PC only, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.